first stage of fighting against the Americans. He himself killed hundreds of Americans and was awarded 3 awards for killing Americans. Hero for killing Americans, Hero for destroying tanks, and Hero for quelling jet fighters. All this group of fighters in the Dukhead village became heroes of the war. That is also counting Bani, a peasant all his life long plowed the fields. But the first time he fought the enemy, he could find out the exact way the enemy would go. He could foretell and plan where to put grenades exactly to kill the enemy. With the success of killing 16 American soldiers, 3 tanks, Bani was awarded as the American Killer Hero. Also, there was Lottie Moe, the little schoolgirl, cute and gentle of the fields. Although she was weak, but through war, she had her decision and said to the men soldiers, "Wherever you go, I'll be able to go too." Sometimes she used rifles, sometimes grenades. 8 days continuously, she tracked down the enemy. In her first encounter with the enemy, she was awarded as American Killer Hero. To the high spirit to keep their homes and countryside, these simple peasants of Kuchi village had spoke off every grand attempt of the Americans by using their simple traps of guerrilla fighting. The bombshells and failed planes left in the battlefield were all taken by the Kuchi fighters to be made into deadly weapons with enough capacity to destroy tanks. Learning from the initiative of Hero Sambangkoi, the fighters had used their initiative to make bombs and bullets. They made a wooden platform with bullets on it. They also made explosives and grenades to fly straight and kill the enemy. Although they took from the Americans new kinds of guns and especially quick explosives, M71, the Kuchi guerrillas never stopped using their own traditional weapons. Bamboo traps, which used to be used for hunting animals, now were used to hunt American enemies. Coming to Kuchi, the Americans would always fall into these bamboo traps. Each trap is a trap for fighting. Every person is a soldier, a hero. That is the powerful force of Kuchi guerrillas. Although they had to live in poverty, the Kuchi inhabitants would not retreat and give way to 1 inch of their land. They were determined to stay and work, learning their father's saying, "A rifle in one hand and a plow in the other." The enemy attacked in the morning. They plowed the fields at night. The fields and canals were full of bombshells, but overcoming tremendous difficulties, they continued to work so the guerrillas could eat enough and win the war. Receiving guests and market gatherings down under the ground. The Americans wanted to turn Kuchi into a dead land, but Kuchi will never die. Unable to live on the surface, they lived underground. With a small village under shady trees, Cu Chi has turned into a treacherous target for the Americans. Everywhere there were bamboo huts or hiding places. And deep underground with tunnels and wells on top of one another, creating a magnificent system, joining one village to another, one province to another province, assuring determination for all fighters to be safe under any circumstances and still be in a positive position. The scientists bring up two tunnels and their simple weapons to prevent the enemy from entering the village. But when the enemy charged into the village, the guerrillas could follow their steps day after day, appearing around the ground and the scene, sometimes from behind, sometimes charging out suddenly, so that an American colonel had to explain that they could not see any Vietcongs, that there were Vietcongs everywhere. These coaching systems have been considered by the Western press as a huge complicated system. Having in view that anyone who went into these tunnels had to admire the talent, the determination, the patience of communists, and hundreds of enemies had to die under the borderless rifles on entering the tunnels. And although day after day, the Americans wanted